What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology of the Titans action, but more importantly, over this side of the screen, in the Santa hat, looking like one of the most attractive humans you've ever seen. His name is CHRONOJJ.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got a game for you, guys. We've got a game for you. In the left side of the map in the blue color playing as Loki. His name is FireFox. His opponent today in the red color playing as Uranos. His name is Sensuy. The map is Oasis. And CHRONOJJ, you've been around forever. When was this game played? He might not know
If
this.
we're seeing RDL Sensuy, we're going to go with 2008.
Nah, that's not right. That's not right. There's no way that's right. Hold on. Let me just alt-tab out and just see what it is. It is 2008. He's got it. This guy is an absolute genius. Oh,
Yes!
CHRONOJJ popping off. Okay, well, surely we have to give CHRONOJJ something for that. Okay, high five.
I did not even look either.
Yeah,
I didn't cheat.
He's just that big brain. Okay, we can talk a little bit about this game if you'd like. Personally, I couldn't really care too much, but I'm just hanging out with CHRONOJJ. He's gonna go up and leave and just walk around, do his thing. So we have Uranos, we have Sensuy, we have Loki. Loki versus Uranos is one of the more exciting matchups in this game because it is complete chaos from the start of the game to the end of the game. You're not going to know who's going to be in front until the person resigns, and that's seemingly what happens. Is now we've got some fairy lights. CHRONOJJ's backdrop is just so bloody lovely. Oh my god, look at that! Merry Christmas, everyone! I tell you what.
Oh! Merry Christmas.
Tell me what you think about this matchup, JJ. Because I mean, people care. I care.
Oh, yeah. So, Loki, I mean, you're right. Loki versus Uranos is fun because it's so cutthroat. I mean, the Herseer could potentially just pop off and go crazy. Or the Uranos get some early Herseer picks and then it's like nothing. Or we could keep going and you get Herseer spawns and it's awesome. We got this random wall in the middle of the map. We can see that too.
Let's talk about this also. I think this is a very important highlight to be made here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this in today's day and age is frowned upon. But back when people didn't care about things that were frowned upon, what this does is gives you complete line of sight of this town center. It's not going to be able to get stolen or snuck in this game. And FireFox has actually chucked down his segments on both of these. Don't do this if you're playing Age of Mythology, okay? Just put a house down. Be nice. Be nice. My God, RTS Sanctuary just subscribed for 6 months. Thank you so much. Go and check out RTS Sanctuary.
Thank you.
That's where we got this recorded game from. If RTS Sanctuary wasn't a thing, you wouldn't be watching this game. Go and check it out. Go and watch some old Age of Mythology games.
No, I will say though, talking about this match is, I did not know that FireFox played Loki. So I don't know how good his Loki is. Like, I'm not sure.
Well,
Big.
FireFox, as far as I'm concerned, was a Ra player, right?
Yes.
And we all know that Ra players are incredibly strong, strategic players with amazing mechanics. And Loki, yes, and Loki takes no skill to play, so this is going to be easy.
Yes. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, apparently,
He speaks the truth.
apparently FireFox, if it's the original FireFox, he did play some Norse, so maybe he's not going to be that amazing at Norse.
Because this is different than Dodd Fox. FireFox is not Fox.
No, different person.
But I thought they both played like Egyptian pretty much all the time. But ooh, a counter barrack, surprising.
Yeah, surprise. I mean, there's only really two buildings you can make here for Atlantean, but Prometheus was the god of choice. It's a little bit surprising to see Prometheus. No, it's not. That's also pretty standard. Yes. Okay. So normally what we see on Oasis here with Atlantean is more of the 4-minute advance time, no economic guild, and going into like double terma. But what we've seen here, what we've seen here from FireFox is hunting dogs 430 double counter barracks double terma, which is going to allow FireFox to kind of do whatever he wants in terms of his Herser if he can continue to gather food relatively quickly. And given this is one of those Oasis maps from back in the day, you can see he's got access to both of the giraffe on his side of the map.
That's so jacked up. Oh, man, I love it.
I actually know why this is the case. Do you know why this is the case, JJ? You can say if you know.
I understand it. There's no constraint as far as where the minimum spawn range, so it can basically spawn wherever on the map, where it doesn't have like a constraint to keep it away from one player.
Right. I mean, what happens is the spawn point is right in the center of the map, and then it's just a circle around the map, and it just says, put the giraffe somewhere on the map. So 50% of the time it's on one side of the map, 50% of the time it's on the other side of the map, and 25% of the time it's actually balanced. So that's funny.
Yeah, it's just random. Very, very defensive from FireFox.
Yeah, he's terrified right now.
Yes.
The question is here, though, does FireFox have upgrades? And look at this. Hand axe, pickaxe, husbandry, all in for FireFox on Oasis. Whereas normally we see Loki players go 0 upgrades on Marsh. And this is Oasis. And he's going hard on those eco ups.
Yeah, and very hard on the wall. He's got walls everywhere. Man. It's like he is Egyptian. See, he thinks he went Egyptian in this game.
That does make a lot of sense now, doesn't it?
Oh, the key wall segment snipe?
Right. So I don't know if that's exactly what happened there, but there was half a completed wall segment there and the completed wall segment. And Sensuy targeted the half-completed wall segment in order to kill that wall faster because of how the walls share damage. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but FireFox making...
We'll say it was.
Slight mistakes there. Anyways. Gate getting taken down. Sensuy's ready to fight. Kill him!
He added Murmillos, too, in the background.
He's got 3 military buildings here.
Yeah. I don't know if he could support 3 military buildings, but he's got them.
Yeah, there's no way he can support it, but he's trying. I mean, he is building turn and he stopped building Murmillo consistently. He's like kind of turning
Yeah, he
on
did
and
stop
off.
for a bit.
Yeah. Anyways, there isn't actually a lot of like damage that Sensuy can actually inflict onto FireFox right now. And FireFox is playing this super defensively. He's got himself watchtowers out as well. His gold mine will expire though very shortly. But
yeah, and that's the danger. I mean, it's a nice second gold mine, very close.
Yeah.
But I mean, he spent all of these resources to defend his base where the big fight might be on his gold mine, in which case this all means kind of nothing.
Yeah, but already these watchtowers are paying themselves off. He's just killed off 1 Murmillo for free and 2 Murmillo now, so it's basically paid off. Watchtowers are some of the most... Like some of the best technology you can kind of get if your opponent's going to throw away units. We are seeing an engagement here.
This is a good fight for FireFox, I think, if he can get a couple myth unit spawns. A troll.
Well, yeah, this fight is amazing for FireFox because there's no strong units here for Sensuy. It's just pure Terma. Yeah. Basically, I mean, there's like a couple of Murmillo, but... He's completely winning here, so Sensuy has to pull back.
I mean, part of that problem was just that Sensuy like didn't fight until the Norse was like in melee range, and I mean, you gotta pick and you gotta use that speed to your advantage and kind of kite. But
yeah,
that gold mine's out.
Gold mine's out. Walls coming up. FireFox has clearly checked out the fundamentals series. Identify your weaknesses and act. Can't remember, is that number 4 or number 5? People are saying, Kinta's here saying hello to Santa Claus. Draco's here saying, I stole candy as a kid. Will I still go to heaven? I'm not sure if you'll go to heaven, but you will get coal for Christmas at least for 10 years.
Yep,
so
you are on. Let me look at the list. Draco for naughty. Naughty list.
Naughty, yeah, naughty. Oh well, it's fine. You can work on that. Santa's a forgiving character. If you just say, you're sorry and that you give some candy to kids on like Halloween or something, it'll be okay.
Yeah, not sure about this fight either for Sensuy. There's a Valk. It's a big one. There's just so many Terma. They can't kill the verse here.
Well, it's funny you say that. These Terma in this fight right now are actually quite useful, but you have to target those throwing axemen. And what is a little bit easier is you just have a bunch of them. You don't need to have, I mean, he's got 13, so maybe 13 is a strong number to have in total. Stop building Terma now, and you want to split these Terma up into groups of 6 and move in and try and snipe throwing axemen by having the one group of 6 throw at a throwing axe, the other group of 6 throw at a throwing axemen. They're going to one-hit them, basically taking into account that 1 or 2 of them are probably going to miss their javelins. And you just keep on hitting and running and keeping those throwing axemen numbers low so that your Murmillo can function here. But FireFox is getting really antsy. He's ready to start fighting Sensuy, and Sensuy's on a second gold mine right now. Got a little bit at home.
A little bit, it'll... Yeah, I mean, this could be... Ooh, wow. He really wants that town center. Oh, the big fight. Okay, retreating.
He's finally doing his shoot and scoot here, pulling back into his base.
Do they find it? Oh, yeah, they found it.
They found it, but I'm not sure it's actually going to be able to stop it here unless the Hursa can swing around.
They kind of went the wrong way.
Yeah, they did, and now the Terma are cutting these off quite well.
We should have a shockwave up pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think FireFox should even care about this. Right now, FireFox is number 1, 2, 3, and 4 gold. Should be just getting heroic age. But he's getting a second talent center himself.
Yeah, and his throwing axemen were just getting massacred there. Like, the Hersier have done nothing so far this whole fight.
Yeah, and now we do see that micro coming in. We see Sensuy splitting up his Terma a little bit here. He's not controlling it the best, but he is onto those throwing axemen right now. And this town center is not slowing down. It is slowing down, but it's not getting stopped.
Oh man, this is a huge throw for FireFox. And he's lost so many units.
Yeah, FireFox is, well, Sensuy is a 100 pop. FireFox is 107, so he's still pumping units really quickly, but it's looking like this fight is going fairly well for Sensuy as he gets his town center up.
Yeah. I mean, given the numbers going into it, I mean, Sensuy should have lost that, but so much of FireFox's attack was going onto the town center, and it still went up anyway.
We see Sensuy using the hero citizen to take down the troll.
And it tanks. It tanks so much damage, too. It's worth it to do that, as long as you don't lose your citizen, which he didn't.
Yeah. Was it 216 HP? It's basically a war elephant, right?
Kind of, yeah. Uh-oh. These villagers might be in a bit of pain here.
Sensuy's got 1,000 gold in the bank, though, so he can kind of... He should have taken these villagers off of gold like 500 gold ago. It's one of the best things about Atlantean is it doesn't matter how skewed your economy gets in one direction. It's very simple to fix it because you don't have to build a storehouse or anything. You just take those villagers off of that resource, put it elsewhere, and kind of fix itself.
Man, but FireFox doesn't want to throw away those 3 iron jars just like this. Like, they're useful in a fight.
Oh, they are...
They tank so much.
Yeah, they tank so much, and they're some of the best Herso assistants in the game. Mini forest fires, and we all know how good forest fires are.
Especially if you use it to kill one villager.
We do see the military barracks going down, so now Sensuy is basically just on counter barracks. He's got 4 counter barracks. He's still spamming Terma. Back in 2008, people were in love with Terma. They had a lot of success with Terma. But they weren't that good, even back then.
They just seemed good. They seemed very good. I remember raging about mass Terma. And it just seemed unbeatable.
Oh, villagers are sneaking. And we do have FireFox. He's got these spider senses. They are tingling here as he is moving straight after these villagers. And the villagers are seeing the raiders come around. Will he notice it or not? The raiders come in and they see nothing. They see nothing.
Oh, man.
They're so sneaky.
Wow. Wow, those fatties can hide.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. The Oracle, on the other hand. But
and FireFox knows that they're here somewhere, but he's just like, where did they go? I mean, he must have come this way, right? He's going to this gold. Oh, he's on this gold mine. Surely.
I think he's actually checking it.
He is.
I think he is going there.
Now he's just going.
He thinks they might be there.
Oh, I guess he's anywhere but. Now is he on the gold mine? Now he's on the gold mine.
He's back.
Big brain play from Sensuy, but now it's seeing this town
attack.
center. Still lots of HP damage here.
Imagine if he had the 3 iron jar with that.
Imagine if he had forest fire as well.
That's Loki, yeah.
But I mean, making catapulties here against, I mean, it seems like a desperation thing more so than anything else. You don't want to make catapulties. Even if your opponent is making raiding cavalry, it's still kind of safer to just go full Murmillo. Because there's Herso you have to fight. There's throwing action you have to fight. And are we seeing
hiding his villagers again? Oh man, he has to find them this time, right?
He might just go up and miss it.
There's no way. There's no way. Oh, they've been found. Or have they been noticed, though? Okay. All right.
Oh, no, he's found it.
He found them.
but
the Murmillo are here.
And we are seeing a third town center now for Sensuy. If he can get that up, it's going to help this location up very, very nicely.
Oh, the 6th villager town center grab. Billy goes down. I don't know if that's worth it, though.
It's a lot of dead raiding cavalry.
It is. That's a lot. And he's up Bragi. I mean, FireFox, he's still in a good spot here. He's just should have been in a better one. He threw a lot of military away.
Yeah, but, I mean, part of what makes Norse good is that, you know, they just keep going until they stop going, so.
Yes, the Energizer Bunny of Age of Mythology. Yeah, nice forward hill fort, though. I do like that. Prevent the gold. At least that gold mine. I mean, there's still gold on the bottom.
Well,
and here they come.
We still have like a half HP town center.
I know. And he's got Bragi, right? So I don't know if there's enough army here, though. If he uses flaming weapons, he might.
He has to use flaming weapons.
Well, we'll find out.
He's also got like enough population here, right? That, or not full population, so he should get a lot of military out of this, or a lot of myth units out of this. We think Thea come through as well.
That's clutch. The birds will do some work. And I mean, if that town center were fully repaired, I think it'd be okay. But I think it might go down.
Yeah, there's no way he holds this. But the question really is, what's the answer to Stymphalian birds here right now? Like, these throwing axemen. There's no Axe of Muspel. Axe of Muspel is available in the, I believe it's available in the Heroic Age, back on No Patch. So he could be researching it. There's just not that many throwing axemen out. So the Stymphalian birds are going to be huge. So normally what you see in this situation for Norse against Uranus is you kind of go into like a throwing axeman, Huskal kind of composition, which is really tough for the Atlantean players to deal with, but it's kind of not really seen even like sometimes not even seen in today's era, but these Steam Founding Birds are going to take down the battle balls very easily.
Yeah, and in the end, I mean, nice fight, nice attack from FireFox, but oh, he's got attack on the bottom too, though.
Oh my golly gosh, that's some dead citizen.
Man. 4 citizens dead.
But how good is that artwork though? Let's just admire that for a hot second.
It does look good. Dead Atlantean citizens are the best sight in the game.
Yeah. But we see another town center taken down, as Sensuy is now down to 1 town center, as FireFox is just all over the map. But Sensuy's going to say, you know what? We took that town center down. Let me get this one back and see if we can continue here.
I think he'll be out of gold here pretty quick. How much gold does Sensuy have?
Well, he did have 1,000 in that one point, but now he's at 0.
Oh. This might now be the end of the line, because where's he going to get gold at this point?
This one. He knows about it. Get there.
Who knows?
I mean, he is a nearly full population. He can just put a market down and start trading and keep himself in for just a little bit longer. I imagine FireFox has to be thinking about going to the Mythic Age here.
Yeah, well, I mean, once Fire Giants come out, I mean, what in the world is Sensuy going to do?
FireFox must be an Egyptian player.
These 2 markets here. And the Matrius market before Matrius even existed.
The OG Matrius market.
Oh, see, look at these catapultes. See?
Doing work.
Look at them.
So clutch.
That's a lot of catapultes.
Yeah. And there's so many Jarls. It's just Huskal. Just Huskal. These catapultes do nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of myth. I mean, even with the birds there, it's going to take forever to kill these myth units.
Yeah, and that's also because they're not really targeting down the myth units. Now they are. They do a lot of damage. He's going to lose the town center no matter what, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and then those catapultes, I mean, yeah, they're...
The Euro catapultes.
Yeah. Wow, look at that rotation there. Oof. But, yep. Town center is down. And he retreats.
Yeah, Sensuy down to 0 town centers. It's a really weird position to be in, because it's like he's not exactly lost here. He does still have gold income. He's still got all of his basically
he
all
did go
of his
up to
citizen.
that gold mine.
Yeah, still got all of his citizen left. He's got a good army here. He just needs to figure out a way to put some pressure onto his opponent, keep him off gold. But right now, because of this wall here, it's really tough. And I believe that Sensuy knows about this. He knows that this gold mine is probably the only one that that FireFox is going to be on. And you can't just play defensive here. You do have to find where your opponent's weak and start attacking him there instead of where they're strong.
Well, he's got to solidify, at least get his 2 town centers back, I think, before he wants to pull out and go across the map.
And he's going for it. I think a sky passage up on this location here would be really, really good. Get a sky passage here, break through this, sneak a citizen over this side, and sky passage here and get some sort of gold control. Be very tough to deal with.
Here comes those Jarls down on the base. And Arcus.
Yeah, I mean, his catapulters were doing so well. He's moving away from them.
All right. Yeah, he's training Arcus for the masses of cavalry that's down there. It's actually interesting to see Arcus, because back in this time period, Arcus were very rarely made. Back in the old days, very rarely did you ever see Arcus.
Yeah, for some, like, if you look at the raw stats of an Arcus, they look like they are simply just worse Toxotes, and it's just not the case. The extra range they get makes them incredibly safe, and then also the Urano speed bonus makes them even more safe as well. So,
once the villagers up top, gold villagers.
Well, he's running. He's running. FireFox says no.
Oh, I think that's the end of the line for these guys. Oh, and he's mythic too. Oh man, the building block. Look at that.
Them ghost buildings in here, FireFox. Like it's 2021.
It's not going super well as far as the ghost build so far, but at least we've made it. We saw an attempt.
Right, now we got the Stymphalian birds are looking for some villagers. This is kind of something he could have done ages ago. It can be so frustrating as a Norse player to deal with those Stymphalian bird raids because the only real answer for them is like a hill fort on your gold mine.
Or the fire. You could have a defensive
or
fire
giants,
giant.
yeah.
Well. Man. Like, I mean, Sensuy keeps actually having good unit trades. He's just so far behind. I mean, it'll take him forever.
Yeah, and
Catch up.
also FireFox being mythic age, look at all of these resources in the bank here. Hill forts going up all over the map. We got a fourth town center now coming down for FireFox. The only thing missing for FireFox right now is something that only started happening, I don't know, maybe 2015 or 2016, which was like starting to hardcore wall off the map when you have advantages in the game. So big wall here, a big wall over here, and just continuously constrict your opponent into their position with walls. But maybe it doesn't matter at this point. But all of those fire giants or battle ball go down. Town center gets saved.
Yeah. And then like the medium throwing axemen at this point.
Yeah.
Not so good.
And now we have that fire giant coming over here saying, "Get out of here!" But
I mean, he can turn and fight this. Man, if that gets a good splash damage attack though, that fire giant could destroy so many of those low HP units.
yeah, for sure. We've
But
seen that time and time again. It's so nice.
Don't. Oh.
Smack.
Oh man. Oh. The damage it does in those situations, just insane.
I have a love-hate relationship with my fire giant special ability. I wish they wouldn't use it on buildings, but you know, I wish that my opponent would bunch their units up all the time. And now we do have FireFox. He's getting his gold income back again. There's not really much favor here for Sensuy, it seems, because he's still not making those Stymphalian, but he has the favor. It's not the wood at this point. But he does. He would love to get those going again. He still has some Stymphalian birds over on this location looking for some raids. The trade's up for FireFox. So he's kind of
building the tower.
He's kind of super satisfied with his position here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really only a matter of time, but Sensuy fights on. He always was a fighter. That was one nice thing about Sensuy.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter.
Well, you just have to have one game where you come back and you're like, it's been worth it. It's been worth that one game.
Right. I mean, imagine this game, too. You could say he would have come back from 0 town centers to, like, 3. And, well, I mean, what a story that he'd be able to tell his children someday.
For sure. Oh, Nidhogg coming down now onto this location. The villagers immediately retreat away. Put the baluster out. Oh, dear. That fire giant baluster comp going. Love it.
Just minus the fire giant.
Yeah.
But we got it. We got half of it.
Stymphalian birds push these dwarves off again. All you got to do is one hill fort. That's it. One hill fort and a gold mine. You're golden.
I think this might be kind of the death push here.
We do have Hecate coming through for Sensuy. He's going to be able to cause a lot of chaos in the base with his Tartarian gate. He also gets a Lampede to come in and convert enemy myth units, so there are really none at this point. She does a lot of damage to these, though.
Yeah. Well, we got Tartarian gate used, yeah, in the blue base.
It's a mountain giant.
Oh man.
That mountain giant, it's good. Oh, okay. Sensuy
That's just over, just like that.
He sees the mountain giant's like, yep, you're right. It's over.
Yep.
GG.
The mountain giant was the last straw.
I was going to say, like, this is one of the few civilizations that has a really, really strong counter to Tartarian Gate. You've got the Colossus, you've got the Polyphemus, you've got the Mountain Giant, and that's kind of it off the top of my head, where the Tartarian spawns. They can probably kill the Mountain Giant, maybe, but I don't think they get bonus against myth units. No, they do get 200% bonus against myth units. So if they do end up targeting the mountain giant, he'll die. But you can take it down very easily with that guy. With the dream.
Yeah, it's just this the fun thing about watching these old games is to see like how players played back then, and everyone thought it was completely normal.
Yeah.
And then it kind of makes you wish like you could go back in time because with your knowledge that you have in 2021, imagine you in 2008 here, you'd be like literally untouchable. You'd be a god in Age of Mythology.
You know, the funny thing, you say that, but it's almost like you would have, I reckon you would have, or maybe it's different nowadays. If it was like 2020 technology with 2008 knowledge, I reckon everyone would catch up in about a month. I reckon you'd be like,
well, right.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is how you play. And everyone would be like, oh, that's totally how you play.
Right. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, even back then, I mean, this is 2008. I mean, you didn't have streams to watch.
Exactly.
A lot of players didn't post recorded games because, well, they didn't want people to steal their amazing strategies. So yeah, it was kind of like the Dark Ages in a way where just knowledge was limited.
Yeah. And the thing that's crazy is like if we go over and like look at a game like a recent launch like Age of Empires 4 and how fast the meta developed for that game, you question like in a year, in 5 years, how different the game is going to be, whether there's patches or not. But Age of Mythology didn't really get touched for what was it, like 10 years? And over those 10 years, there was so much change that happened for those 10 years before things got touched because just people didn't know. And it was just a fantastic time to be alive.
Yeah. Yeah, could you imagine? So Age of Empires 4, what has it already had? 2 balance patches? Like, the Titans had 1 balance patch. Like, imagine Age of Empires 4, they released their first balance patch, and we're like, yep, we're done. Moving on. Just imagine the rage. Like, that would be insane. Yeah. But that's what you dealt with back in the day. 1 balance patch, we're done. We're moving on to Age of Empires 3. Sorry, guys.
That's it. But maybe we'd be happy because they might move on to Mythology Definitive Edition, right? Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you are watching CHRONOJJ or have not watched CHRONOJJ, I implore you to go over and check out his YouTube channel, his Twitch channel. It is youtube.com/CHRONOJJ and CHRONOJJ on Twitch as well. And we'll see you in the next game.